Yeah, multi-sport athletes, we value tremendously. We understand that at some point, the sport is going to end for some kids, right? Be it maybe in high school, maybe they decide in high school they have some ability in one particular sport, and they want to focus on that sport because they have a goal that they're trying to reach. Or obviously at the collegiate level, being a multi-sport athlete at the collegiate level is tremendously difficult to do, obviously. So if you're a multi-sport athlete and you've had success maybe in two or three sports in high school, then you go to college, then you're going to focus primarily on one sport, right? So it's going to end. Or even professionally, I mean, obviously there's been a handful of people that's been able to be multi-sport athletes at the professional level, but obviously that percentage is microscopically small. But we all know that multi sports are going to end at some point. What we would like to see is those student athletes in high school doing as much as they can with the limited time that they have to do it in. You can never get your high school experience back no matter what. And when we have a kid that's on the fence, and my dad, JT Curtis, who is our head football coach, and his accolades speak for themselves. He's been doing it for 54 years. But when we have a kid that's on the fence, coach, I'm not sure I want to play football. I'm not sure I want to play baseball. I'm not sure I want to play basketball this year. One of the things that he asks them or tells them is that I want you to understand something, son, that when your time is finished in high school and you're moving on, hopefully you've met your goal and you're going to play collegiately. But when you graduate from high school, if you come up with $1 billion idea, or you get signed $1 billion contract, and if you come back and say, coach, man, I made a mistake. I would sure like to play football again. I gave it up to focus on baseball, but I sure would like to play again. Here's 50% of the $1 billion that I just. Here's $500 million. I'm putting it in cash on your desk. I want to play one more season and then I'm good. I got to look at you, son, and say no, I can't. And then the next question is do you know why? And the kid would say, well, because it's illegal. He says, well, yeah, it's illegal, but nobody would play me. We can't have a season. They wouldn't play somebody that they know is playing with an ineligible player, an illegal player. Nobody would play me. So it's. But what I want you to understand is, son, is once this is over, it's literally priceless. You can't put a value on the high school experience because once it's gone, it's gone. It's over. You get to college and you can transfer up, you can transfer down, you can come home for a year, you can take a year off, you can go back. There's a window of time that you can have, and you can go and do something professional. You can go be an auto mechanic for a few years. You can go be a plumber. You can go do whatever you want, and then decide, you know what, I think I want to give college a try, and you can do that. Obviously, professionally or semi pro, you can. And there's over 40 leagues all over the country, over 30 leagues all over the country. So you can do all, but you can't get your high school experience back. So we really encourage multi-sport athletes from that aspect because number one, you can't get it back. Number two, we think it's extremely beneficial because quite honestly, it's cross training. You're training different muscles. You're training the mind differently. You're developing a lot of time management skills that you don't even realize. If you're a serious baseball player, football helps you out tremendously because if you want to be a serious baseball player, you're going to make time for baseball. You're going to make time to get in the cage. You're going to make time to work the muscles out in your arm or in your back or in your shoulder or in your lower body. That's going to make you a better baseball player during football season. So it's the cross training aspect, but it also is it's significant of importance because of the time management skills. And really, quite honestly, how serious are you about being a baseball player? One of the things we get a lot of times from kids is, coach, I'm going to quit to focus on. And you can kind of
Yep.
feel whether it's another sport. Sometimes we get it. My grades aren't doing well, so I'm gonna quit this sport to focus on my grade. You're not going home at 3 o'clock after school and studying from 3 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Give me a break. It's an excuse to get out of the hard, right? I'm gonna quit to focus on. It's really an excuse to get out of the hard, and life is about hard. And so we're going to do everything we can to encourage those kids to fight through that hard. And being a multi-sport athlete is hard.